Marcel, Man United 3, West Ham 0. Thoughts on that?
I don't want to get too excited because, you know, we've got Aston Villa coming up. I think in 2 weeks there's a week break in there. But when you look at the 90-minute performance in itself, I'm happy. You know, 3-0, a clean sheet finally. I think the last 2 or 3 games we've scored goals, so 8 goals, but we've also conceded maybe, you know, 3 or 4, like 7, 6 goals as well. Dalot was really good. Dalot was really good. The fullbacks, I really enjoyed the fullbacks' performances. You know, they managed to lock up Mohamed Kudus. I know he's not,
it's not easy to do.
Yeah,
but Luke Shaw did it in a quite a professional way, because I feel like instead of just trying to nick it off him and prove that he's better than him, it's almost like, I'm just going to make sure you don't get past, make sure you can't do anything with it.
Strong arm him, bullied him, physical on him, and then Dalot just watched him a lot of the time. He did get kind of dribbled past on the inside, and Mohamed Kudus would go on an amazing dribbling run, had a couple shots, but he just minimised him as much as possible. Maguire. Again, I feel he needs to be sold in the summer in terms of if we make the next step up. But his last-ditch tackling today, couple passes out wide to Rashi, freeing up and opening up the pitch. Really, really good. And then I know everybody, most probably Fleckers and you, everybody speaks about how good Martinez is. He was fantastic again today, and I did overhear you speaking about, you know, I hope that he gets well soon, man. This is a massive loss for us. Obviously, the ghost of Rafe the Phantom is there, and again shored it up. Our best, you know, box defender, marking the box, Rand's definitely on that caliber. But the passing that,
on the ball, how good was he today? What did you enjoy about his performance?
Bro, it's just so good, Fleck, man. You know, driving out with the ball, playing it through the lines. I think in the first half made a couple of mistakes with it, but just his clip passes, he's just so confident as well. Sometimes. He's just so confident. Sometimes he don't have to force it. He'll just pass out to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw will go back and rotate it to Onana. The back line looked good. Casemiro again delivered moments for me. I really get annoyed with Casemiro.
The ones where he dives in and then people go past him, or he tries to hit some mad passes and they don't go to the destination. But then other times, clips round the side to Garnacho, clean through, couple switches to Rashford, and then when he's got space and time, he hits some nice passes as well. That was perfectly said. And defensive headers as well, really good.
I can't say anything on top of that. That was exactly what I was going to say. I mean, he brings that kind of top level quality in terms of last-ditch tackling, and he can see the quality pass, just not doing it consistently. He looks a bit leggy, looks a bit heavy, looks a bit like he's going to be retired soon kind of type thing. It's a bit weird. We need to replace him soon. And then Cobby's a great compliment to him, because Cobby's also got the temperament. You know, Scott's kind of thing is that he goes forward too much and doesn't do the rest defence and the defensive side, whereas both Cobby and Cass have really got that temperament of being able to fill in the gaps and keep us looking a bit more compact. And I think he frees up Hojlund for the fantastic right-footed finish. I'm talking about Casemiro. So, you know, positive early on scoring, and I think if we got into half-time 0-0, that could have been the issue. You know, West Ham look like a side that can get into it a bit second half, and as long as they're comfortable in front of us and kind of nullify us as much as they can, they could have got something out of it. But that early goal from Hojlund, it really showed us, you know, made us feel comfortable, man. I think Bruno, he could have been a bit better today. I don't. It's weird.
What is it? Is it what?
It's just we didn't see the X factor. We didn't see, you know, the goals, the killer pass.
Yeah.
It was just happy sweep and pass out to Garnacho. Last ditch tackling, similar to Casemiro in the second half as well. You know, sustaining attacks for us, but there was no great assisting. There was no great passing. There was no great goals or anything like that. Garnacho, I think. It wasn't a great performance, you know.
Well, it's interesting because the first half I thought he was particularly poor. Kept losing the ball, looked a bit lightweight, and I'm like, I think I said to Bradley next to me, I was like, right, if Anthony would have did what Garnacho's been doing in that first half, we would have been vexed. But the difference is, we know that quality's round the corner, and he's going to keep wanting the ball. And look, second half, chalk and cheese.
And I think you spoke about that last season. His mentality for his age and he's so hungry, and Anthony doesn't have that. Even though he gets bullied off the ball a couple of times in the second half stuff, it's like he still wants the football in the dangerous situation. He still wants to go 1v1 against you. He still wants to break lines with the running and the directness. Anthony doesn't do that. And that's why he needs to get sold, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I'll be so honest, Fleck.
For real, that's right.
I'll be so honest. So, but even with Hojlund, he's always trying to press. He does the run around and he doesn't get the ball all the time, but it's to an avail. Sometimes it causes pressure on opponents and stuff. So, you know, I'm happy with Garnacho's performance because of the goal and assist because of the 2 goals, that it comes from it. And I don't care. I'll take deflection goals every single day.
You don't shoot, you don't score, bro. And that's, again, I like those type of goals because, you know, when it's not quite going for you, you're not having the best of game, but now you're on it. bro, put your foot through the ball, man. If you could cut in and have a shot with your left foot, that's not the first time. That's not the first time he scored with his left foot as well this season. I think there's another similar type of goal. Was it Villa?
Galatasaray. And
oh yeah, get Champions League, get him as well. So he's not afraid to use both feet.
Yeah, and that's a positive as well in terms of a player, man. We want them to be able to go left and right. Rashi was interesting for me.
Yeah.
It was really interesting for me. I think, you know, his build-up and his link-up with Luke Shaw is so nice. Oh, it's really good, Fleck, man. But I don't know, his decision-making wasn't perfect. He kind of had a couple wayward shots. I think, you know, there's an opportunity where he should play Luke Shaw with the down the left, but then he goes for the shot wide. I think he's enjoying his football, and I think that
looks like he wants to get the ball back again, and start taking on people and getting into his groove. You know,
I can only think that's maybe the thing that we have to kind of, you know, be encouraged or love about him, because there's times where he just doesn't. Depression mode Rashford for me it hurts me. You know, being the number 10 of the club, not looking sad, looking like you don't want to play for this club. It hurts me. So for him to perform in the way that he did today, I think there's a lot of positives in that.
I know, before I ask you a man of the match quickly, I know you want to talk about Rasmus.
Yeah. It's birthday, man. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. He needs to be able to get into more positions to score more goals, but they're looking for him now. He's still arguing and shouting at Garnacho, but it's for positive reasons. Great right-footed strike, man. And I'm just so happy, because that's the kind of player that we want. Passion on 10. Similar to like Scott, because everyone says he's a passion manager, and we have passion manager players.
But he's got the quality to go with it. And with Zuma, you know he's big, he's strong, he's going to make it awkward. Holding up the ball, you know me as an old school number 9. I like that he can be that traditional number 9. Holding up the ball, do you know what I'm saying? Strength, can win fouls, can take the pressure off the team, and can score like different types of goals as well. All-round striker, still very young though, 20 years of age. Absolutely.
So that consistency.
Well, it might be 21 now, isn't it? It's his birthday today.
Birthday. He's 21.
I didn't even know it was his birthday today. Pick up, man.
It's his birthday. Yeah.
There you go.
Garnacho again looked young, so consistency's not there with a few of the players. Kobe kind of was just he's just so important to the team, but kind of was just kind of drifting out of the game. But that's the kind of that's the sign of a quality player. I think as Del Bosque said about Sergio Busquets, in terms of you know, once you see Sergio Busquets, you see the whole game. And if you're watching the whole game, you don't see Sergio Busquets sometimes. And that's because he's just putting it all together, seeing the next pass, and Kobe done that brilliantly, bro.
Who was your man of the match to finish off?
Wow, I would want to give it to one of the fullbacks, maybe. I'm gonna say Delo. I'm gonna say Delo.
You're not the first person to say that today.
I feel vindicated.
Big up, man.
Bless, man.